Welcome back to the Open, and welcome to the Collision Technology Conference in downtown Toronto, where tech leaders are gathering to talk about where we're headed tomorrow. And one of the areas we're thinking a lot about when it comes to tomorrow is what's happening on the roads. A Toronto-based startup is getting a lot of attention on that front. It's called Waabi. It's been developing self-driving technology for the trucking industry, and just this week it raised $200 million US to launch fully driverless trucks in 2025. It's got some high-profile investors, including one of the most talked about names in tech, in NVIDIA. Raquel Urtasun is the founder of the company and its CEO. She became very well known for her leading AI work at the University of Toronto. She was also chief scientist for Uber's self-driving unit before starting her own business, and she joins us here live. Great to see you again. Thanks for the time.
Thanks for having me here. Really a pleasure to be with you again.
You have one of the most talked about startup stories in this country right now. Just remind our audience what got you on this path to starting Waabi in the first place.
Yeah, so I started Waabi 3 years ago because I saw that the industry in self-driving have consolidated to an approach that I didn't think that was going to get us there, really to launch, at the scale. And it was a fantastic opportunity to really bring next generation AI technology, generative AI, to the physical world. So I started the company 3 years ago, and today you can see the incredible progress that we have made, and we are at the verge of really launching driverless with other humans. It's really, really exciting.
Some people start a business 3 years in. I don't know a lot that are able to raise $200 million. Talk to us a little bit more about when you're making decisions and growing quickly, about the money you need to fund the business, how you go about making those decisions. What was that process like for you?
Yeah, and just to put in context, 200 million is the largest, I think, Canadian Series B in history. However, compared to the rest of the industry, it's still very small capital. Our competitors spend, almost $1 billion every year, right? So when I built Waabi, it was really about building this next generation technology that would enable us to go so much faster and safer than everybody else in a much more capital efficient approach. And what we see today is that with short of less than 300 million, we can actually launch a product. There is no product out there, in self-driving trucking, right? And it's amazing to do this, from Canada, big bold bets, really transforming globally, the world. But in terms of, decisions about, capital raise, etc., this is about bringing to the cap table really best-in-class investors and partners in terms of AI, logistics, the Canadian ecosystem that is very vibrant, and the big financials, and the OEMs, and that's what you see in our cap table that we announced, I guess, yesterday in the big news.
Well, and we mentioned NVIDIA, and its co-founder, Jensen Huang, the CEO, he was also interested. How did that come about?
Yeah, so I've known Jensen for a decade now, and he has been, a really supporter of, prior my research at University of Toronto, as well as, my work at Uber and now of Waabi, and he really gets it. He really understands how transformational this technology is, and that Waabi is at the forefront. And is an incredible, I would say, funder, and I'm really humbled by his kind words and his support that he has been doing over the last decade.
Can you paint a picture for us based on the technology you've been building and what it's capable of how the trucking industry, which feeds into more than just trucking businesses. Logistics is a massive industry that weaves together so many different sectors. What kind of change are we going to see, do you think, over the next 10 to 15 years?
Yeah. So one of the things that we learned, during the pandemic is that, the supply chain, when it's disturbed, has massive implications across the entire economy, right? So what we see today is driver shortage that is real, and it's just getting worse. Young people don't want to be long-haul truck drivers. We see safety issues. We see sustainability issues. So there is massive positive consequences. And what we're going to see is really also a labor, not a disruption, but a change in terms of the jobs of the future are going to be much better than, today the life of a long-haul truck driver is, in many ways not human. They have to go oftentimes on the road, don't have access to bathrooms, they don't have access to showers for days. They cannot build a family. That should be done by machines, and humans should have a much better working conditions, right? And that's what we're going to see with the transformation. And Waabi is starting our first product is self-driving trucking. But we're going to do much more than this. This is the other thing that we announced yesterday, which is you're going to see us potentially doing robotaxis, humanoid robotics, warehouse robotics, etc. And the physical world is about to change, and we are really now at the cusp of that transformation. And it's really going to be, so beneficial for each one of us.
Those are some big goals that you have for the business. We have an investor audience. They are very curious in stories of public companies that are leaning into all these trends. You're raising a lot of money here to fund your business. Would you like your business to be public someday?
The $1 trillion question, I guess. Potentially, right? So I think that now we are still, 3 years in, so continue to be private, makes sense. But what is definitely I can say is that there is a lot of interest for Waabi potentially being public one day, and we will see when is the right time, and if there is the right time. Yeah.
It is interesting. Investors are trying to make sense of this frenzy in the stock market over AI, and based on traditional ways of looking at an investment, it doesn't make sense. But people say the future is changing rapidly. Now, you're on the front lines of that. What would you say to people who are trying to figure out how much change we're about to embark on?
Yeah, we saw the transformation of the digital world, and this is, with, say, OpenAI, ChatGPT, and, continuation with other companies, etc. And what we are about to see is the transformation in the physical world. So change is here. This technology is amazing. It's very far from AGI, right? So that's not what we see today. But there is definitely potential to really reimagine everything that we do. Like the world is, is our oyster. It's really about to be transformed, and it's for us to actually do a responsible deployment of this technology. And I will say that there is also, everybody these days wants to claim that they have AI, they are at the forefront of AI, so I will caution investors as well to make sure that they see the difference between who is doing the real AI versus I want to tell you an AI story because, I will get funded this way.
Yeah.